A man sat quietly inside the cold walls of a maximum security prison. Metal bars surrounded him. Guards walked past, unaware he was watching. He memorized their routines, blind spots, and camera angles. In his pocket, hidden in a small pamphlet, rested a paper clip. It looked ordinary, but it could change everything tonight. He did not plan to escape yet. He only wanted to survive. His name was Marcus Hale. He was 42 years old, tall, with sharp eyes and steady hands. Born in Dayton, Ohio, he grew up repairing engines, radios, and small machines. His father worked long hours, and his mother died when he was young. Life had taught Marcus patience and observation, skills that became essential inside Blackridge Maximum Security. In 2021, Marcus was convicted of armed robbery he insisted he did not commit. Cameras and fingerprints pointed to him. In court, he said, "That gun wasn't mine," but no one believed him. He was sentenced to 20 years in Block H, the toughest section of the prison. Block H was loud and violent. Guards were strict and aggressive, and inmates were dangerous. Survival depended on observation and patience. Marcus repaired small items, broken cups, loose hinges, torn bedding. He collected small objects that could be useful, springs, buttons, and a single paper clip hidden in a pamphlet he carried constantly. When Ronald Pierce became head guard, Marcus's life became more difficult. Pierce was not physically imposing but enjoyed intimidating quiet inmates. He called prisoners by numbers, taunted them, and destroyed personal belongings. Quiet men like Marcus became targets. One night, Pierce spilled Marcus's food tray. Marcus cleaned it silently. Another night, Pierce damaged his bunk. Marcus repaired it calmly. Pierce pushed him against the bars and whispered threats. Marcus looked back and said, "I don't break." Pierce grew angrier. Marcus noticed weaknesses in the prison's electric locks. Sparks appeared when lights flickered. A metal object could short the system briefly, causing a temporary reset. One small reset could open a lock. Marcus did not plan to escape yet. He only prepared. 19 days later, a storm hit. Rain pounded the roof, and lightning flickered through the halls. Pierce dragged Marcus into a small utility cage during midnight inspection. The guard was angry over complaints filed against him. He locked Marcus inside, confident no one would notice. Marcus retrieved the paper clip from his pamphlet. He bent it carefully, one end sharp, one curved. He examined the electric lock. The storm lights flickered. Marcus inserted the paper clip at the exact moment. A spark flew. The lock clicked. The cage door swung open. He did not run immediately. Marcus observed the empty hall and listened for guards. Cameras had blind spots. He moved through shadows, counting steps. His goal was the administrative wing, where working recorders and minimal guard interference offered a chance to collect evidence against Pierce. Halfway down the metal stairs, Marcus heard heavy footsteps. Pierce had noticed the empty cage. Marcus ducked behind a pillar. Pierce stormed past, scanning every corner. Marcus stayed hidden, heart steady. Every second mattered. He moved silently. The storm's thunder masked small noises. Marcus reached the stairwell leading to the administrative wing. He checked every door and lock. Most were electronic, but he had memorized weak points. He slipped inside a storage room and reached the warden's office. A recorder was still active on the desk. It contained footage showing Pierce targeting him and other inmates unfairly. Marcus hid the recorder in a cleaning cart. He could not risk carrying it openly. Pierce appeared in the hallway again. Marcus remained still. When Pierce moved toward the control room, Marcus advanced toward the exit. Every step was careful, calculated. One mistake could return him to solitary confinement. He reached the service elevator used for food trays. The doors were heavy but unlocked due to the storm. Marcus pressed the button. The elevator moved slowly downward. He stayed silent, listening for any sign of guards. It reached the ground floor with no interruptions. Marcus stepped into the parking area. Guards were distracted by a fallen tree blocking the main entrance. He ran to the edge of the property, staying behind trucks and using shadows. He found an unlocked gate and slipped through. The storm soaked him, But he did not stop. Once outside, Marcus took a deep breath. He was free from the building, but he needed to reach safety and ensure justice. He remembered Rachel Moreno, a reporter who had covered Blackridge issues. She could verify the footage. Marcus moved toward a route through the nearby woods. The storm began to calm. Marcus reached a road, flagged down a passing car, and convinced the driver to take him to a phone. He called Rachel. Minutes later, she arrived with police protection. Marcus handed over the recorder and explained the situation. Pierce was arrested hours later. Marcus's escape relied on observation, patience, and one small object used at the right moment. The paper clip, hidden in plain sight, became the tool that opened the door. Careful planning allowed him to survive, expose injustice, and regain freedom. By morning, Marcus stood outside Blackridge, wet, exhausted, and free. The storm passed. Only gray sky remained. Every step, every calculation, every second had mattered. Marcus Hale had escaped a maximum security cell with only one paper clip.